Whether my screen is visible now?
Yes, sir.
Okay. See, I'm explaining today the third program, which is of text increasing and decreasing. For that, in the body part, I have used two paragraphs. For that, I have given text growing and text shrinking. To identify these paragraphs, I have made use of one ID. ID is equal to my P1, and where the second paragraph ID is my P2. And later, I'm jumping to the script part, where size is equal to 10. This is your first size. Okay, document.getElement by ID. This line, what I'm going to do here in the sense, I'm hiding your second paragraph text. Whatever the text you have written here, that I'm going to be hidden. So for this, this code I have written. Next, where my weight is equal to set interval. See, for every 1 second, if I want to call this particular function, so we are going to use a method called set interval. For that, I am going to use a function name and time. So when this particular function is called, if size is less than 51, it will enter into this if statement and it will be going to execute it these two lines. Until it is less than 51, your text size, it will be continuously increasing. Once it reaches the threshold, it will be out of this if part and it will be moving to your else part. Once if it comes to the else part, first we are going to clear your my wait one. In the sense, I want to stop this execution for continuous growing. So I'm using this method clear interval. For that, we want to pass a parameter for what we have used for your set interval. Okay. Next, this line I have made it as an hidden. Why? Because after continuously increasing, if it reaches threshold, again text shrinking has to be go on decreasing continuously. So for that purpose, I have made it as an hidden, the text one. Next, I have used document.getElement by div. My p1.style font size is equal to 1 point. Okay, completely if I want to make it as an hidden, we can make it as this also. And later we can start shrinking. So document.getElement by ID my p2.style.visible is visibility is equal to visible. In the sense, first what I have hidden here, now I'm making that same text will be visible. Here I have done it as an visible. Now my weight is equal to set interval shrink text 1 comma 100. So I have written, now it has to start decreasing. So the same variable I have made use of it. Same variable, you can check it out here, my weight one, the same variable I have made use of it. Why? Because we want to decrease the size from the text growing size itself. So now set interval shrink text 1 comma timing. So for every 1 second, it is going to call shrink text. It will come here. If size is greater than 5, it will execute these two lines. Until if it is greater than 5, it will be works. If it is less than 5, it will come and it will stops your execution. Clear interval my weight 1. This is all about your program 3. Now we will see the execution of your code. Now you can check it out. I am refreshing the page. So now text growing has to be continuously, it need to be increased until it reaches 50. See, this is your output. Yes, everyone have understood? Is it clear? Yes, everyone have understood. Is it clear? Now I'm moving to the next program, which is of, we have to give a string. In that string, I want to find out the leftmost vowel. Okay. Suppose if I give Web technology. Can anyone say what is your leftmost vowel in this? Leftmost vowel we have to find if you have given this as a string. Okay, so first we have to start writing a code. So first I'll write it HTML, closing of my HTML. In that, first I'll start writing of your body part. I mean, first I'll write it in header, head, body. Okay. Now what I have to do in the body part, I'm going to specify some function. What I'm going to specify the function is here in the body part, onload is equal to str underscore vowel. Okay, semicolon. So when I run this function, automatically when the body part executes, it says that onload is equal to str vowel. So this is a function where you have to specify in your header part. So now we have to start writing of your script part. So I'll write it script. Now once I've written starting of script, now we have to start we have to take an input from the user, whether he can enter the string or whether he can enter the number. So first I've said that if you enter a string, you have to find out the first leftmost vowel. Suppose example, if you enter the number, you have to reverse the number and you have to display it. So what I'll do, first I'll take an input from the user. So our str is equal to prompt enter the string. Okay, or enter your string, I can say, or enter the input, or enter the string or number, and I'll give semicolon. That's it. So whatever the input you're going to give, that has stored it in the str. Okay, now next what I'll do. Okay, give me 1 minute. Okay, first I'm going to change the complete script rather than writing a body part directly. I'll write it the code in the header part so that it will be easy for you the handling of your code. So what I'll write it here, rather than head, I'll change it to body so that it will be easy for you to writing your code in a single part. So what I'll write it in the script part, first I'm going to take a input. Once I have taken an input, what I'll do, I'll check whether it is a number or not. To check whether it is a number or not, so what I'll do, if not operator, first what I'll do is NaN. If it is not a number, first what I'll take it that I'll be converting into this. Okay, later I'll close this functions and I'll put it as here not and this. So whatever the number you got it is going to check whether it is number or not. If it is not, it will enter into this if part. Okay, now if it is not a number, either then it should be a string. So what I'll do, if it is a string, what I'll do here, var number so var num, comma, what are the number variables I'm declaring here, where number reverse is equal to 0 and remainder. Okay, then I'll give a semicolon here. So first what I'll take, whatever if it is a number, I'll be converting into as a percent. So if you're given it as a float, so at that time we have to convert into your float part. So what I'll do, num is equal to percent. This statement is used for converting your float or anything into your integer. Then only we can we can reverse the number. So now what I'll do, while num is not equal to 0. If it is not equal to 0, now we have to start the reversing of your number. We have to start reversing of your number. So what I'll do, remainder is equal to num mod of 10. So suppose if you enter here it as a 567, the number has to be written 765. When you do this, rem is equal to num mod of 10, only 7 will be extracted and it is stored it in the remainder. Now next what we have to do, we have to convert this into your percent. So num is equal to percent of num divided 10. This you have to do. Then again we have to convert into this multiplication. So what I'll do, where reverse is equal to reverse into 10 plus remainder. So whenever it is continuously adding, it will be starts remaining in the reversing order. So this is for your reversing of your number. So once it is done, I am putting into your alert. Alert where reverse of plus str, sorry, plus double quotes is. Again, what I'll do, plus the reverse, where str will be your actual number, where rev will be your reversing number. I'll close this and I'll give a semicolon. Now, if it is not a number, now we have to perform your string operation. So I'll write it in your else part. Else. So now what I'll do? First, I'll convert all the cases to all the characters in the given string will be equal to upper cases. So now what I'll do? Str is equal to str dot to upper case method. I'll write it. Now I'll give semicolon. Okay, once I've given a semicolon, now we will extract one character and we will check whether it is an vowel or not. So what I'll do for that, for where I is equal to 0, I less than str dot length I plus plus. Okay, for this I'm extracting one character. I'm going to check whether it is a vowel or not. So what I'll write it, where ch is equal to str dot char at. Caret is a method where we are going to check whether it, we are going to extract one character from the string. Okay. Now we will check whether it is an vowel or not. So if ch is equal to a, if not ch is equal to e, or if ch is equal to I, or ch is equal to O, if not ch is equal to U. A, E, I, O, U are the vowel characters. If it is that, what I'll do, I'll open this and I'll close. It is the leftmost vowel, just we will break it. Break the code, that's it. Now, if you're breaking, now what I'm going to do, if I is less than str dot length, obviously it will be less than length. Now, I'll be printing the leftmost vowel character in the if part. So what I'll do, alert the position of the leftmost vowel is colon, double quotes closing, plus I plus 1. Give semicolon. That's it. Okay. Now, if not, else or that. So we will say that alert no vowel found. No vowel found in the string. In the string, I will write it and I'll give semicolon. That's it. Now I'll close the script, save this code. I'll save it as a num string dot html. All files saved. Now I'll go back to here and I'll run the code. Now I've got it a prompt. Suppose if I enter a number 567, you enter it. What is the error? We have rectified it here. Entering a prompt.
So in while.
While. Where?
The num spelling is wrong.
Where, ma?
While loop, sir, num not equal to 0.
I haven't used while itself, no?
The spelling of num, sir, I think
Okay, okay,
it's.
okay, okay, okay. Refresh the code, I'll give 567. Now you can check it out. Reverse of 567 is 765. We will represent it if it is a number. Okay, now I'll refresh the code. Now I will give it as a web technology. Okay, now what I'll do, it has to find out the leftmost vowel. So can anyone say what will be your output?
E.
E will be your output. In the sense, the position we have to find out. See, the leftmost position is 1. Web is WEB. The W's first index is 0, E's index is 1. So the position of the leftmost vowel is 1. It is printing. Is it clear for everyone? If you want to write out the code also, we can clearly specify the position of the leftmost vowel. Here I'll write it plus CH of I plus double quotes. I'll save this code. I'll go back to the right here, num string. Sorry. See, now we got it. I'll enter web technology. Okay, now what it is going to do, along with the character, it is going to be displayed. You can check it out. Okay, it has been come out with a W. I'll change it the string name CH of I. Oh, it is increasing here itself. So again, it has decreased to I. Sorry. And declare it like this only. It is fine for this. Okay. Is it clear about this code, everyone? How it works and everything? Yes, is it
Yes,
clear?
sir.
Okay. Fine. We'll stop it here and we'll continue in the next class.